Admiral Thexvor's forearms gestured dismissively at the tactical hologram displaying the lone human vessel. The bridge of his flagship, Dominion's Fist, erupted in chittering laughter as his crew observed the pathetic sight before them. That, the Zeltharian commander's voice dripped with contempt. That rust bucket is what the humans send to challenge the combined Galactic Armada? The human ship, if it could even be called that, was a relic from their species' primitive past. Ancient. Steel plates welded together in crude fashion, with what appeared to be projectile weapons bolted to its hull. No energy shields, no plasma cannons, no quantum torpedoes. Just a floating museum piece that belonged in a scrapyard, not space combat. "Sir," reported Sub-Commander Krelith, his tentacles dancing over the sensor array. "The vessel appears to be from their pre-FTL era. Designation reads UES Vengeance, apparently some kind of primitive warship they converted for space travel." The laughter grew louder. The combined armada represented 12 of the galaxy's most advanced civilizations, each contributing their finest vessels. 300 ships of the line, armed with weapons that could crack moons and shields that had never been breached. And humanity, the youngest species to achieve interstellar flight, sent a single ancient ship against them. "Open a channel," Thexvor commanded, wiping tears from his compound eyes. "I must speak with whatever fool commands that antique." The main screen flickered, revealing a scarred human face beneath a weathered military cap. Captain James Ironside. Morrison looked every bit as ancient as his ship, his gray beard streaked with white and his eyes holding the weight of countless battles. "This is Admiral Thexvor of the Combined Galactic Armada," the alien leader announced grandly. "Human, you face the combined might of 12 star nations. 300 vessels equipped with technology your primitive minds cannot comprehend. I offer you one chance to withdraw with whatever dignity your species possesses." Morrison took a long drag from what appeared to be a primitive tobacco product, then slowly exhaled the smoke. "Admiral, I appreciate the generous offer, but I'm afraid I'll have to decline. You cannot be serious." Thexvor's voice cracked with disbelief. "One ship against 300? Your sensors must show you the impossibility of your situation." The human captain's weathered face cracked into a grin that sent an inexplicable chill down the Admiral's spine. "Oh, my sensors work just fine. They're showing me exactly what I need to see." "And what is that?" "Targets." The transmission ended, leaving the alien bridge in stunned silence. Then the laughter resumed, louder than before. "Prep all weapons," Thexvor commanded. "We'll vaporize this relic and send its atoms back to Earth as a message. The humans need to learn their place in the galactic order." 300 ships powered their weapon systems, and display of firepower that had brought entire civilizations to their knees. Energy readings spiked across the electromagnetic spectrum as enough destructive force to sterilize planets focused on the lone human vessel. "Fire at will," Thexvor commanded. The space around the UES Vengeance erupted in brilliant light as plasma bolts, quantum torpedoes, and particle beams converged on the ancient ship. The aliens watched their sensors waiting for the confirmation of the vessel's destruction. But when the energy dissipated, the human ship remained. "Impossible," whispered Sub-Commander Krelith. "Our combined firepower should have atomized that ship." Thexvor leaned forward, studying the readings. The human vessel showed damage. Scarred armor, severed communication arrays, disabled engines, but it was still intact, still functional. "Sir," the sensor operator called out, his voice trembling. "I'm detecting massive energy signatures from the human vessel. Something's powering up." Captain Morrison's voice crackled through the comm system, distorted but unmistakably defiant. "Gentlemen, you just made your first and last mistake. You assumed that being old meant being obsolete." The UES Vengeance began to move, not with the graceful glide of modern starships, but with the purposeful thrust of a ship built for war. Its ancient engines roared to life, pushing the vessel forward with surprising speed. "All ships evasive maneuvers," Thexvor commanded, but it was too late. The human ship opened fire, and the aliens learned why their ancestors had feared projectile weapons. Massive tungsten slugs, accelerated to a significant fraction of light speed, tore through the Armada's ranks. While energy shields could deflect plasma and particle beams, they were useless against solid matter traveling at relativistic velocities. Ship after ship exploded as the ancient kinetic weapons found their marks. The Vengeance moved through the formation like a shark among minnows, its primitive but devastating armament wreaking havoc on vessels designed to fight civilized energy-based warfare. How? Thexvor gasped as his own shields failed under the barrage of metal slugs. How does an ancient ship destroy our fleet? Morrison's voice answered, as calm as if he were discussing the weather. Because, Admiral, we humans learned something important during our wars. Sometimes the oldest solutions are the best ones. Your fancy shields and energy weapons? They're designed to fight other energy weapons. But good old-fashioned kinetic energy? Physics doesn't care how advanced you think you are. The Dominion's fist shuddered under impact after impact. Around them, the combined Armada, the most powerful fleet in galactic history, was being systematically destroyed by a single human ship that shouldn't have been able to scratch their paint. You want to know the real joke? Morrison continued, as his ship lined up for the killing shot. The Vengeance isn't even our best ship. She's just the one we were willing to risk on a diplomatic mission. The last thing Admiral Thexvor saw was the muzzle flash of the human ship's main gun, a brilliant star that expanded to consume his world. In the aftermath, as debris from 300 vessels drifted through space, the UES Vengeance limped toward the hyperspace jump point. Captain Morrison keyed his communicator one final time. Earth Command, this is Ironside. Diplomatic negotiations have concluded. I believe the galactic community now understands our position on territorial disputes. The ancient warship disappeared into hyperspace, leaving only wreckage and a new understanding. Humanity's greatest strength wasn't their technology, it was their willingness to make the impossible work.